Royal Caribbean's signature private island Perfect Day at Coco Cay is about to go through a major change that you're going to want to know about. Plus, Carnival cruisers, the cruise line has reached out and said there's some things you can no longer give to your favorite crew members. Yeah, we're talking crew member gifts. And while Carnival's in the news, they've just sold off a ship that was unexpectedly new to be going away. Let's roll the intro. Hey, and welcome to the Midships channel. I'm your Captain Corey, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. It's a super windy day up here in Ohio, so if you hear things blowing, is that a trampoline? I don't know. It's like 60-mile-an-hour gusts out there, so if you hear some background noise, sorry in advance. Now let's talk cruise news. We're going to start off with Royal Caribbean. They're making waves today by announcing that their signature island, Perfect Day at Coco Cay, is going to be upgrading their capacity from 10,000 people to 13,000 sometime in the fourth quarter of this year. And while that may sound scary to you, 3,000 more people invading the chairs and the beach and the pools and the water slides around your vacation, well, don't be too worried, because to do this, they're actually opening a new area on the island, and that is going to be known as Hideaway Beach. And Hideaway Beach is going to be something special for adults only. Now, supposedly, it is set to open sometime in Q4 of this year. An exact opening date has yet to be announced, and with all the supply chain issues and the slowdowns we've seen across the cruise industry, it wouldn't surprise me if that date sort of crept more into the end of 2023, more into that November, December timeframe. That remains to be seen. However, what doesn't remain to be seen is a beautiful new adults-only area on Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And of course, we couldn't ignite the world-famous debate over is it Key or is it K without reminding you to head down to the comments section and tell me which one it is, with a K or with a C. I said both, so none of you can be too mad at me. Let's get back into the cruise news. We're talking Carnival Cruise Line. They've just come out with a new policy surrounding gifts, GIFTS, for your stateroom stewards or pretty much any crew members on board a Carnival ship. And this is supposedly to help protect the crew members on board. And basically the change that Carnival is making is they're asking that any food-related gifts that you provide to crew members be in original manufactured packaging. So if you're making cookies and brownies for your favorite crew member, they're not supposed to be able to take those anymore. Now, if you leave it in your cabin with a thank you note, who knows what your cabin steward might do, but they're supposed to be throwing those away. And this, of course, is to help keep crew members safe. You never know if there's a food allergy or maybe if there's some contamination that occurred during the cooking process. So to eliminate the risk of any problems, any side effects coming from eating that delicious gift, stateroom stewards and crew members are now only allowed to take wrapped manufactured food items. Now, the best way to avoid all of this, well, obviously it's to follow the rules, but why don't you bring some other gifts? The best one that springs to mind right now is money, dinero, greenbacks, pesos, euros, however you want to tip the crew members. Love a little bit of cold hard cash. It's the best tip, bar none. It gives them the ability to choose exactly how they want to use your treat for them. Moving on in today's cruise news, we're sticking with Carnival Cruise Line. They've just sold off the largest cruise ship that they've ever sold, the newest cruise ship that they've ever sold, a ship that was only built and entered service back in 2004. So to see a huge cruise ship, a basically still new cruise ship, in my opinion, being sold off, it's a little bit scary. The ship in question is the Costa Magica. She's a Destiny class ship, which means, well, the Destiny class is gone, right? They've become the Sunshine class. Think ships like the Carnival Sunshine, Sunrise, and Radiance. Now, the thing with the Magica is she never actually resumed operations post-pandemic, right? So she's been just laid up, not carrying guests at all, which That's not a great sign for a ship. Carnival had plans to turn the Magica into one of those Costa by Carnival concept ships, similarly to what they've done with the Luminosa or the Venezia and the Firenze, but that plan was changed, so the ship really had nothing to do. It was just laid up waiting for passengers to hop on board. And it looks like a Greek ferry company called SeaJet is the new owner. Now, this company has scooped up a handful of cruise ships in the past year or so, but this one is the largest and the newest, bar none. That's the news on the Costa Magica, the newest Carnival ship to ever leave the fleet. And it raises legitimate questions about the future of the rest of the Sunshine class of vessels. And since we're talking about Carnival Cruises, it's the perfect time to remind you I'm hosting a group cruise on Carnival's newest ship, the Celebration. It all goes down June 11th out of Miami, Florida. We're calling it the Midships Miami Nights Cruise. If you want more information on how you can cruise with me to Cozumel, Costa Maya, and Mahogany Bay, check out the Facebook link in the description down below this video. As we start to wrap things up, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to this channel, become a part of the Midships family. If you don't want to miss any cruise news, entertainment, and my views going on almost every day of the week. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel today. And until next time, we'll see ya on the Midships. Wow, it's kind of scary. Carnival's selling off a ship that was only built in 2004. I'm sure most of you out there can remember exactly where you were and what you were doing back in 2004. It really wasn't that long ago. We'll see you tomorrow. La 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 la.